Hi, I'm Mary, a librarian and book reviewer with a focus on stories written for kids, tweens, and teens. Today I get to share with you this book called The Vikings, Hide and Seek History by Harriet Evans and illustrated by Kaya Prabhat. This is a really comprehensive foundational history of the Vikings. So for any reader who has ever been interested in learning more about the Vikings, so these folks who have originated from what is now Scandinavia in the 8th to 11th centuries, they are going to find a lot of detail in this book. As you can see, it's printed on oversized pages, lots and lots of detail, even just on the cover, and that invites readers in to learn more about the book. So each page features some element of Viking culture. So whether that is traveling the world or the day-to-day life of Vikings or their belief in the afterworld and religion. There's so many aspects to Viking existence that is known because of all of the artifacts that have been left behind, that this book offers readers kind of a really nice picture of who the Vikings were and how they contributed to global culture during the time of their heyday. So as you're going through the book, there are different pieces of text, not super long. So there's a way to engage with this book, whether you're doing it in kind of a superficial fashion for younger readers. You can focus just on the ones that you see here. If you have readers who are more interested in this topic and want to dive deeper, they literally can by pulling down on this tab and often a second tab behind, and each one has more detail about whatever the featured subject is on the top. So it's very engaging, invites readers to literally dig deeper into each element, and as they're going through the story, they're going to find a lot of details about Vikings and lots of facts and tidbits that they can use going forward. There isn't any back matter in this book. It is just these pages of lift the flaps and facts and information, but readers will be inspired to learn more after reading this book so they can dive deeper in subsequent texts if they wish. The writing is a bit more advanced, so best for confident elementary school aged readers who can manage this on their own, or for those reading with a caregiver who can help with the definitions of some of the vocabulary that's included. The illustrations are super detailed, and they invite readers more into the world of Vikings in a visual fashion. So as they're learning things from the text, they're going to have a visual support as they're going through the book also. So this is a fun addition to the book, is that you have it where it can kind of turn this way. So as you're talking about the afterlife and the beliefs of the Vikings as far as their gods, this is a cool way to describe it because it not only has the details like on the rest of the pages, but it does it in a visual way that kind of shows the various levels of the religious aspect of Vikings. So the book is part of a series, and the other books also are presented in a similar fashion. And this is a great way to introduce elementary school aged readers to kind of big idea concepts of the people of the world and invites them to further their learning if they so choose. If this sounds like a great fit for you or for someone you know, I hope you look for it wherever you get your books.